Hey guys, and welcome to the second episode of Nell's News. So today what I'd like to give you the news update from Nell is about technology and my phone. So yesterday, which was Monday the 22nd of May, my phone died. And when I say died, I don't mean that it ran out of battery. What I mean was the screen was totally unresponsive and it was dead. There was no use in it. So what happened, I was at work very happily doing my own thing, and a very small amount of cleaning spray went onto the top of my phone in the top corner by the selfie camera, and within a minute the screen started to flicker. There was a lot of distortion. I couldn't work out what was wrong. And then the screen went an emerald green, which was lovely, but totally useless. The screen then completely stopped working. I couldn't access anything at all. I couldn't access my phone for the actual phone part to actually call somebody. I couldn't access my contacts, text messages, and my phone was buzzing, so I knew I was having messages come through, but I couldn't see them, I couldn't respond to them. It was totally useless. So I then got very panicky, thinking, what do I do? Where do I get it fixed? Can I get it fixed? I have no idea what to do. So I managed to use a work phone to call my mum, organise that I was going to go down to the shop in town, which was a Virgin store, which was who my phone provider is. So I went to speak to them, and they basically said it was a load of condensation in the camera, would need to be sent off for repairs, and that if they find out it is water damage beyond a certain point, that it could cost me quite a lot. If not, I'd have to buy a new handset, which in itself is a couple of hundred. So you can imagine I felt quite sick to my stomach. I don't have that sort of money just lying around. I really don't. So trying to work out what to do in that situation was very stressful. As the day continued, I was just realising all the things that I'd lost. So I'd lost all of my contacts, and considering I had around 300 on there, including return visits and Bible studies, who obviously aren't on social media, so I can't, well, if they are, I'm not in contact with them. So then how would I contact them to rearrange ministry arrangements or just to keep in touch? That made me feel worried. Then I realised that my field service reports, my return visits, log details, literally everything for my ministry was lost on this app. So then I started to get particularly grumpy and angry. I ended up going to the Carphone warehouse to buy a temporary phone because I just knew I couldn't, I needed to contact people. I can't be without a phone. And then I spoke to the scavenger girlies, scavenger gals, who gave me some very practical advice about putting my phone in rice. I'd never heard to do this. I thought it was completely ridiculous, but I did it anyway. I'd already sent off for the information for my phone to be repaired, so I just figured, well, it's going to be repaired within the week, can't lose anything. So as of this morning, my phone now works, it's completely fine, and I've managed to back up everything. Everybody that's watching, if you've not backed up your data, for the sake of yourself and your own sanity and not going into cardiac arrest, if anything happens with your phone, please back up your life. On whatever format, just back it up, okay? Back up your information. You with me? Okay? Okay. So, I realised today, after yesterday's drama, how reliant I am on my phone. And then this evening, I was with Mum and we were watching some of JW Broadcasting, and there is an amazing, so practical, really brilliant video of a morning worship with David Splain talking about jw.org. And in there he talks about this reliance on technology and how it really does have an amazing place in our organisation, and the incredible experiences that have come from using jw.org. What he also mentioned, though, was about how reliant we are on technology, and he quoted, I think it was Brother Barr, who was talking about that we don't hear the sounds of life. And that really struck a chord with me, especially after yesterday. because I realised just how desperate and awful I was yesterday. Without my phone, I was so grumpy. Nothing seemed to cheer me up because I was just so stressed that I'd lost everything. And then thinking about that today, I've realised I'm actually quite a hypocrite, because I was with a return visit the other day and we met up in town for a coffee, and I was talking about how we get weighed down with problems and that we end up just looking at the floor all the time, and we don't ever just stop to take time and look at creation. And in Northampton town centre, if you've ever been there, you'll know straight away, from eye level and below, doesn't look that great. But the moment you actually tilt your head up and look, there is some really beautiful architecture. And I remember talking to a brother who had said, if the buildings had been left as they were, it would have rivaled Cambridge and Oxford for architecture. So there's a glimpse of how beautiful the top areas are. So I was with this return visit and I made her look up, and I was talking about how, you know, we don't make time to look at things from a different perspective. We're so busy on our phones, on technology, constantly looking down. And so when I'm watching this video with Brother Splain, I can almost hear myself echo in my mind, which I can tell you is already freaky. And I just realised how terribly reliant on technology I am, or that I have become. And that I don't take time to just look up, and to the point, and it's really bad, if I'm with somebody or a group of people, because I get quite anxious about larger groups of people, I rely on my phone. So when I feel like I don't have anything worth saying, or I just don't know what to say, I will just muck about on my phone doing nothing of interest to avoid the conversation. And that's rubbish. So, I have a proposal that I'm going to try, and if you dare, if you want to join me in this, I just kind of want to see what the results will be. So I challenge you to go one day, 24 hours, without using your phone. Now, I understand that there may well be an emergency, so I'm not saying don't have your phone with you and don't have it turned on, but what I mean is no social media at all. Turn your internet off so that your phone is only really useful for texts and phone calls. If there is an emergency, somebody can reach you. But unless it is an urgent message, or you're using your phone on the ministry, that's the only other important thing, you do not use your phone. So that is what I'm going to do in between now and the next video that I do with you guys. And if you are up for the challenge, please join me, and we shall see just what sounds of life we can hear.
Oh, hang on. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. Back.
So let me know if you're going to join in on this challenge, and let me know what you think to this video. If there's anything you'd like to see me do, or anything you'd like me to talk about, or just anything in general, comment down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and also please check out Sophia and Shelley's YouTube channels. I'll put the links below, and until the next Nels news, I'll see you later. Bye.